live from Vero Beach, Florida, where the ocean sparkles Caribbean blue and the palm trees sway in the tropical breezes. This show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate, with 8 offices in Indian River, Brevard, and St. Lucie counties. And here's your host and your realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the show. We appreciate it. Welcome to The Real Deal here in Vero Beach with Lori Davis, your realtor for life. We have a really special show today. You always know the things that I get really excited about. You can tell because I just get all like, my hands are going, and I get great people in the house. And this is one of those organizations here in town that I love and I'm very passionate about. It's about an organization that's doing a tremendous thing for at-risk youths in the county, and it's called the Crossover Mission. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people don't know about it. I hope you'll learn more. And if you do know about it, then I'm going to remind you of what you need to do. These kids often live in difficult family situations. They're surrounded by violence or drug abuse. And because of this, they're at risk of school dropout, gang involvement, and incarceration. These are real things. There are statistics out there that show this. The crossover redirects their lives by providing structure, accountability, positive role models, and exposure to broader life experiences. An amazing organization. We got 2 great people here today. We're going to get to them in a minute, but first we have to do the real estate thing because they pay the bills. Let's talk about real estate here in Indian River County. Single family homes in July 2022, there were closed in the county 255 units. Now in 2021, it was 337 units. So it's a slow time of year. Inventory is actually up more than it has been. So this just says it is just a quiet time. But generally this third quarter, this August, September, people are going back to school. People are on vacation. It is a quiet time. The active real estate here for the month of July, there were 702 properties, and last year there was only 418. So that tells you the inventory is slowly inching up, which is a good thing. That's good for buyers because buyers have more opportunity, more things to look at. We don't have that feeding frenzy when something comes on the market. You got one house that you like and 13 other people want it too. So I like that. And the average selling price for a house, which I thought was amazing, 2022 was $360,000. Last year was $335,000. So the price of the value of your home is going up. That's a good thing. And, as long as you're just staying there, you don't have to sell, then you've got equity in your home. And that's always a good thing. Dale Sorensen Real Estate, for this week, year to date, Cindy, we're at $599 million, almost $600 million with 941 transactions.
Okay, I got to give you the applause.
Give it to me, baby.
I will. And you know what?
What?
That looks like it's on track for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll get to that $1 billion number. The whole county, I think I saw today, was at $1.6 billion.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
For Indian River County so far. That's all of the real estate companies. Mm-hmm. Now, the next closest real estate company to us, and for us, that's 19.8% market share. They did $244 million and 388 transactions. So that's about 8% of the market share. So we've got 20%. Everybody else shares that 80%.
And you're holding steady at 20%.
We have been.
Totally.
We have been.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, people, the agents within our company do a really good job of, I think, marketing what is there to sell, and for buyers, getting them put together with the right product. So, we're pretty excited about that. Thank you, Dale Sorensen Real Estate, for giving us the tools that we need to obviously be that successful. We do appreciate it. Thank you, Chef Scott from Citrus Grill House. We always got to give them a shout out. He gives us a beverage every week. This one is a Cabernet. It's called Auctioneer. It's a Napa Valley Cab. It's from 2018. This is kind of what Chef would say, but it's somebody else's statement. So anyway, because he has a line like this. He does. But this says, drinking good wine with good food and good company is one of life's most civilized pleasures.
Oh.
Isn't that right?
Yes. I can see him saying that.
I know. I know. He's got some derivation of that. I'll have to get it next week. We'll say whatever he says next time. Thank you, Chef Scott. It's a beautiful cab. Love it. You guys, you need to go over to see Citrus Grill House. Go see Chef Scott and his wonderful staff. They're at 1050 Easter Lily Lane. That's right there by Humiston Park, right on the ocean. They're open for lunch and dinner. Monday to Saturday. It's so beautiful. If you can go out and see it for lunch, the ocean is gorgeous. It's absolutely, and the ocean's been flat. It's been like a lake. It's been so beautiful. And the colors are very Caribbean. I really like that. So anyway, go over and tell Chef Scott that Lori Davis sent you. I don't know if it'll get you anything, but just tell them I said so.
It'll get you in the door.
We'll get you in the door, but they open the door for you. So anyway, all right, let's introduce our guest today, Kathy DeShower. She is the executive director, and Antoine Jennings, he is the
Director of Operations here at the Crossover Mission.
Guys, get right to it. Antoine, I love the story. I was on your website of how this all began. Can you tell us how the Crossover Mission began?
Well, it began with Kathy's son and my son playing recreation basketball. That was where we first met. And I wasn't coaching at the time, actually. I was just spending a lot of time working with my kid, and Kathy's family would be there and my family would be there. And there wasn't a whole lot of good kids in recreation basketball, but there was this little one white kid. I didn't know his name at the time, so my family, we just named him White Chocolate. I mean, he was like a really good player.
Yes.
He would do all of these, flashy moves and stuff like that. So we always looked forward to playing him. And then, my family would come out because they wanted to see that kid and my son play. And over the next couple of years or so, they would be on teams and so forth. And then, I learned his name. His name is not White Chocolate, it's Louis. And shout out to 772 Louis, by the way.
There you go. Is that his nickname?
Yeah.
I love that.
And Louis had the idea that he pitched it to his mom that he actually wanted me to train him. At the time, I did not. I wanted to start Crossover, but I didn't see myself as a coach or anything. I wasn't doing anything with that. And so when they approached us with the idea, like, I was kind of turned off by it. I was like, I don't want to train any kid. Actually, my wife, Fallon, her and Kathy exchanged phone numbers, and so I thought that they did, but Fallon gave her my phone number, and so Kathy would call, and I would look at the phone, and I would hand it off to Fallon, like, yeah, talk to her, like, what does she want? Like, I don't
talk to her.
Yeah, and she's like, no, you got to stop acting like that. Get out of your little box, and just talk to her. She just wants you to train her son. I'm like, I don't want to train anybody's kid. I just want to teach my son, and that's it. Eventually, Kathy and I talked, and I agreed to train Louis, and she said, well, I don't want you to do it for free. I'll pay you, $20 to train him. And two other parents heard it, and so we were just hopscotching all around town at Beachland Elementary, South County Park, Gifford Park, or whatever. And the parents would usually just drop their kids off, but Kathy never did. She was always there with Louis, and she would speak, good afternoon and hello and how are you, and I'd speak back, and I'd just be thinking, why do you talk so much? I don't want to talk. I don't want to be friendly. I just want to train the kid and just go. That's all I wanted to do. But she was always so polite, and she would stay. And at the end, I just was like, I can't keep taking this lady's money and not giving her any feedback, or And I started drawing up plans for her to work on things with Louis at home and trying to address some of his weaknesses and stuff like that. And over time, we just started developing a relationship and told her my story.
Yes.
And the rest was history.
Right. So then, Kathy, tell me then, where does Crossover Mission come into this, from coaching to actually creating this organization?
So I'll add to that story.
Yes.
What he just said.
Go ahead, because this is good.
Yeah, when Louis said, Mom, I want him to train me, I took one look and was like, oh my gosh, that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like a gangster to me. And so, but Louis was like, no, watch him. And then I met Fallon.
Yeah.
And I had to address my own perceptions about people.
Sure.
And he was an excellent coach. And then one night he came to take Louis to a holiday hoopla game at Vero Beach High School. And we stood up in McDonald's and talked. It was too awkward, I guess, for us to sit down together. And he told me his story, his personal story. And I was very moved and sad, actually.
Yeah.
And liked what he was saying he wanted to do. And, I thought about it for days and talked to him later. I was like, how can I help you? I mean, you should do that. You're a really good coach. And, so he started talking about it, and I mentioned it to one of my pastors, and he said, why don't you help him write a business plan? So we did that over time, and, on the phone, he's working and I'm on the phone drafting, and we presented it, and my pastor loved it and said, form a 501c3 and here's startup money. And so we were super excited, and he Want to tell the rest?
Yeah, I mean, it was really crazy because everything was like happening at one time. Like I had just had this epiphany in life where I had gone through a lot of personal issues, and I got robbed, and that was just the moment where I just kind of wanted to turn things around in my life and do something different. And I started. I had this plan, a crossover mission that I wanted to do to go back and help kids use basketball as a tool, but I didn't even know how to get it started. I was mentioning it to people, and like nobody was kind of believing it, taking an interest. And I started going to church at the time, and one of my mentors named Pastor Greg Pitts, I started just being in church, and I started having these. So one day I go into his office, and I'm like, I had this vision. I really want to work with kids, and he stops me. He's like, nope. He's like, don't tell me anything. He's like, read the book of Habakkuk, write the scripture, and make it plain. He's like, buy a notebook, everything in your head, write it down. And he's like, you're one person away from your dreams coming true. And I walked out of that meeting. I was ticked. I'm like, the guy cut me off. He didn't listen to anything I had to say. He's giving me a scripture. I don't know what he's talking about. Write the scripture, make it plain. Like, what does that even mean? Like, he is the person that's supposed to help me. He's the man of God. Like, I'm ticked.
Yeah.
But I went and bought a notebook, and I started writing. And at the time when I started, it was almost like, I don't know, at the time I started training with Louie, I just started thinking like, maybe she's the one. But then I'm like, well, I'm not giving her my notebook. That's my game plan. Everything's in it. Yeah. And I'm like, she lives on the beach side. Like, she probably knows people. She can take my plan and run off with it. And then at the time, I mean, she was just so nice. And one day she said, you're such an awesome coach. You're so in tune with my son. Like, I want to help you. And I'm like, what do I got to lose? And I gave it to her. And, like she said, she helped me, draw up a business plan. And she started laying out things that we had to do and started taking me around to meet people. And told my story, to a guy by the name of Don White, and then he referred me to Reverend Baggett. And at the end of that meeting, we walked out of there with a check for $10,000 for startup costs, and he said I had to be, get a 501c3, and I had no clue what he was talking about. And the only person I knew was Kathy. I'm like, if anybody can help me, it's her.
She's the accountant. She knows all about that.
Yeah. And she was really the only person I trusted, and I felt like, if she helped me get this far, why not? But I did remember her saying she never wanted any of the admin work, and she was like, it's going to be a ton of work. You're going to need some people. And I'm like, well, so she got everything she asked for. She got to do all the admin work. And, she reached out, and, honestly, she found all of the volunteers and everybody to help with the mentoring and the academics. He drew up the business plan, took me around to meet attorneys, and drew up all of the paperwork and registration forms. She did it all. And she's like, well, I did my part, and where are the kids?
Go find us some kids.
Yeah. And, we ended up with about 40 kids in the first 2 weeks, and there were 50 by the end of the month, and we just had to cut it off. And, that's how we started the program.
How much space? You only have limited amount of space, obviously, and volunteers to do the mentoring and the work. Now, what year was that where we got the first kids in, the first 50?
2014. April 2014. Toward the end of the school year.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And you mentioned it because this is academic support, right? It's mentoring. It's really not just about basketball.
Right.
And this is also a year-round program, correct?
Right.
So when you got these children, they come to you. So is Antoine boots on the ground and you're kind of the background? Do you do this?
Yes.
You pull the strings?
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
You both.
we do both.
Do you?
It's been an evolution from the ground, from two to many.
That's right. And now, Kathy, so tell me, what's your favorite part about what you do with the crossover mission?
So I love working with the kids.
Yeah.
And I don't get to do a whole lot of that now, but the kids, they're amazing. So when we first started, first months, weeks really, my job was to sit at the desk. I had created a registration form and to take the kids' registrations, their report cards, and it was shocking to me to look at the report cards. They were not good, not what I was used to.
Right.
And to call a kid over and say, what? You have like D's and F's, and it doesn't look like you. You're an amazing athlete. And to help them, to hear them, meet their parents and say, what's going on? And to try to figure out what to do to help, because at that point I wasn't a teacher,
right?
And we didn't know. We thought we'll tutor, we'll do, maybe we even tried to get our students into other programs.
Right.
They were full.
Right.
So, yeah, working with the kids is amazing, and the families.
Right.
They are like family members to me.
Absolutely. I think you do. You guys become integrated in their lives, and you change lives. You literally transform lives. And in the program, though, you have to have a certain grade point average, right? To be in, you got to get your grades up, right? Or, I mean, you guys are monitoring anyway. You don't have to.
Well, yeah, they don't have to have a certain GPA to be inside of crossover, but we do push for academic success, and they do have to, or higher academic success, and they have to have a 2.0 to be able to participate in school sports and activities. So that's our bare minimum for our students.
Right. That was what I was reading. It's kind of interesting because if you're helping them get to the point where they can actually academically qualify in middle school and high school. Because if you don't have the grades, you don't get to play.
Right.
Even no matter how good you are, you don't get to play unless you got the grades. And I think that's just amazing. Also, as part of it, what you do is I heard there was etiquette involved and bridging, friendships and all sorts of things. I mean, you're taking these children and literally changing their lives. Yes, Kathy. It's so true. I mean, there's nothing you can say. Well, okay. So one of the things, let's talk about mentoring. What about volunteers? You guys need volunteers.
Always.
Talk to us about how does somebody do that? What is that all about?
So we academically mentor one-on-one.
Okay.
So our goal for student participation this year is 115 students, which means we need 115 mentors.
Okay.
Ideally, we would have 115, but we do have some who work with multiple students on different days.
Sure.
The process for becoming a mentor is basically to be in touch with us. We have a website, crossovermission.com,
okay.
And there's a portal in there. If you're interested in becoming a mentor, you can sign up and we will call you. There's an onboarding process. We like to have potential mentors come in and audit, basically watch and
Sure.
see. It's not that difficult. It's kind of like parenting in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be phenomenal in math or science or any of those things. You have to just care.
Mm-hmm.
So what a mentoring session looks like is you'll sit down with a student and drill into their school portal, the grade portal.
Okay.
And look at overall, so the overall picture of what the grades look like today, and then you can drill into math and see what assignments are there, and what homework is needing to be done today, and then get started on it. And if you need help, we do have math specialists on hand, and so we call it academic mentoring. It is the whole picture. We're also looking at attendance and behavior, really trying to hold the kids accountable. And on those portals, excuse me, you can usually communicate directly with the teachers. So we're helping the students learn how to communicate, write text directly to the teachers to say, okay, I missed this assignment. Can I turn it in for partial credit?
Right.
And those things matter because students who are struggling may just disappear or slink into the back or whatever, but we're helping
because I missed it, it's over.
It's over.
There's not, and there's always a chance. There's always, you got to at least try, right? You got to at least give it a try.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. We've got a break for a couple commercials, and we'll come back for a little real estate, and we'll wrap it up here with Antoine and Cindy here in the house. Kathy, sorry. See you in a bit.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
Revive Vero Beach, located next to Anytime Fitness on Oslo Road and 27th Avenue, has everything you need to look and feel your best, including hormone replacement therapy, stem cell therapy, sexual wellness, weight loss, laser aesthetics, hair, tattoo, and skin spot removal, Botox and fillers, cryotherapy, comprehensive blood work, and everybody's favorite, ozone and IV therapy. Refresh, renew, and revitalize yourself at Revive today. Call 772-492-6607. A member of the iTex trading community. Your iTex dollars are welcome.
iTex, or International Trade Exchange, is the largest barter company in the world with over 25,000 members offering goods and services. We're a marketing company that brings you new business in the way of trade, with over 200 local members enjoying the benefits of iTex, like lawyers, doctors, plumbers, media, printing, and more.
Hi, this is Liz Bowler. Contact me and find out why barter through iTex has been smarter for over 30 years. 772-532-1881. Visit itex.com.
Operations needs
Expertise.
funding.
Got it. Hi guys, we're back with two gorgeous Dale Sorensen real estate. This one is in this is a home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home built in 1981. It's in Forest Park. Now, Forest Park is that little subdivision on US 1 south of 4th Street over by like Vista Royale. It's kind of a cool little place. It's between US 1 and the Indian River. This one is about 2,000 square feet. It's been totally renovated. It's a super cute place. Cindy saw the pictures of this. She goes, hey, that looks like my house, meaning that's the house I want. But anyway, it's beautiful. It backs up to the Indian River County Conservation, so there's nothing ever going to change in the view in the back, but they did a really nice job with floors, kitchens, bathrooms. It's a roof. And this was just done in 2022. This is $430,000. It's a beautiful home in a great neighborhood. We love that. And that's an Andy Jansky property. We love Andy here at Dale Sorensen Real Estate. Our next property we have is a Del Mar condo. Now, Del Mar is in Indian River Shores. It's just north of the CVS and the 7-Eleven over there. If you're thinking of the area, it's east of A1A. They have deeded beach access. They're actually east of A1A, so they have a beautiful beach there. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It's 1,300 square feet. It has a little peek of the ocean. Some of the pictures show, like, if you look over that guy's house and the club, you can see the ocean over there, but you can walk there in 2 minutes, and it's absolutely stunning. That one is listed for $525,000. Great property, and that is John Roberts here with Dale Sorensen Real Estate. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate, you know who to call, me, Lori Davis, at 772-538-1828, and I'll be your realtor for life. So now, very quickly, we've only got a couple minutes left. What we're looking at the crossover mission is we need money, we need donations, right? We need mentors. And so people would go to crossovermission.com to sign up for either one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can donate directly from the website, or you
Yes.
can call us. Our phone number is 772-257-5400.
Great.
And the website, you can sign up to be a mentor. There's a whole section just on mentoring, but the website is also very informative to kind of find out what the mission is all about.
Yes, that's good. That's great. And then now they have a new building. It's on US 1. It's between 41st and 45th Street. Is that right?
Yes.
You're right over there.
Yep.
You're kind of by the Dunkin' Donuts. Kind of
Right across from Cumberland Farms.
Cumberland
on the west
Farms.
side of
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And so they've got a new building, and there's a capital fund, guys. So it's there now, but they're not done yet. So there is a capital campaign. They're trying to raise $6.5 million, and they're halfway there. So we need you guys to, open up your checkbooks if you believe. And I tell you, you really got to believe. And can people come and see? Can they come and visit?
Absolutely.
It'll break your heart. It'll warm your heart. It won't break your heart. It's amazing. It's amazing. We love it there. And then we have an operations. We need
So we have the capital campaign, which is the renovation of the former Citrus Packing House.
Oh.
And it's a 40,000 square foot building. It's large, and we're finished with the first phase of it. We're actually operating in the building now.
Oh, great. Yes.
And then, of course, operations. So we're trying to fund operations each year. We start from zero to fund operations. So we welcome any support that generous people are willing to provide us. That's great.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you guys so much for coming today. We love the crossover mission. You guys got to believe these guys are doing wonderful things. They're changing lives. And it's happening right here in Indian River County. That's why we love living in Vero Beach, because we do beautiful things here. It's a beautiful place to live. It's about lifestyle. And these are the things that make our town wonderful. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys really soon. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Listen, remember, crossovermission.com. Go to the website. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.